Okay, so in this puzzle, we might as well sit down. Oh, this is a fun one. Okay, so how do you lay down the first moves? So the easy way to do it is to look at the highest value rows and columns, and then work from there. The ones you want to look for are the ones with the highest value, so 11s, but also the ones that add up to the highest value. So this 2, 1, 8, they add up to 11, but if you consider the empty spaces between, that's actually even higher. Because you have to have a space between the 2 and the 1. The 2 and the 1, and then the 1 and the 8. Which means 2, 1... This isn't going to fit the entire way, which actually works perfectly for me. So if you notice, there is a blank spot of 2 down here. And that means there's a plus or minus, a variability and uncertainty. Which means I have to cut off all but these, because there's a 2-point swing on this entire pattern, but
yeah,
no matter what,
go down.
These 6 are overlapping. So let's go back to this 11. I like 11s, especially on the edge, or high numbers on the edge, because I can fill in all of these 5. No matter what, it'll extend 6 up and 6 down, which actually means I get to fill these in as well for more or less free, no effort. We still don't know where the rest of the 11 is, but we know that those tiles, no matter what, are there.
And because you filled in that edge, you know that some of those are 1s.
And 3s even.
And
And
2s.
so that's a particularly strong opening move that, you know, then gives me a lot of leeway when solving the rest of this board. So,
Oh, hey.
yeah,
Can I tell you something?
sure.
You notice you have 1, 1, 3, and this 3 is filled in.
Yep,
So that means there's a 1 lurking somewhere up there.
somewhere up there. Okay, so I'm going to go back to laying down theoreticals, just so people have kind of a vague idea of what I'm talking about. So,
Okay.
1, let's see, 5, 6, 1, 1, 1. So, if you notice, there wasn't quite enough space to fit the other 1 in here, which means we've got a 1-point swing on this entire pattern, with the exception of this one. We know for a fact that has to be there, which is quite nice, actually. So that means that we have to delete 1 from the left side of the 6, because that's our starting point, but we leave the rest of these here. And I'm just going to do that with a couple more of these, just to set them up, because sometimes you'll find rows like this one that are iron-bound. There's no variability, which means eventually I'm going to fill in all of these purple squares. I could do it sooner than later, but I'm kind of lazy. Yeah, this
one has enough points that
yeah,
you can't...
too much variability, can't tell. Have to just delete the whole thing and keep rolling. Let's see. So obviously this starts getting a little dicey.
Oh, hey, but 5 fits right there.
Yep.
There's no other way it can
1
go.
and 3. So that one is also iron-bound. We know exactly where that is. Let's see. What else do we have? 2, 2, 3, 1. So that one is iron-bound.
That one can shift a bit.
So this one's weird. So...
It can be the 1 or the 3,
Wait, no, actually, that one... What?
No, can it fit?
Oh, no, there we go. Okay, so... To go back to what I was saying, this one's a bit weird, because this one can move around. This one has to be here.
Well, we already know that because the one below it's filled.
Yeah, so that has to be there no matter what. But so for this row, there is a 1-point swing, but only for one of the points. The rest of these cannot move, because they can't move further to the left. Which means all of these can be locked in immediately. It's not exactly perfect, but it's an easy way of getting a lot of those opening moves that would normally otherwise kind of lose you. And that's kind of the basics. There's obviously some, like, more advanced-ish stuff that you probably can do. Let's see, the 5113 is iron-bound. Have I think I've just missed that. Oh, this one. Yeah, the 5113 is iron-bound. The 2622 is iron-bound. And I'm pretty sure the 22313 is iron-bound. It's just, you know, I don't always get to all of them.
Hey. That one. Some of those 1s can be locked off over on the right.
Here?
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Also, because this only has a 2-point swing at this point, we can lock these off. Which doesn't actually mean much yet, because we don't know left or right on this one. But we will fairly soon. Okay, we also know that that's locked off there. That's probably part of the 5. In fact, that has to be part of the 5. But we don't...
Hey. Oh, no, never mind.
Okay. We know that's there.
I was just looking at something and I went, ooh. Oh.
Which means we can lock that off, actually, because this is part of the 3. It only has 1 point swing, which means we know where this 11 is.
Can I take something?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Boop, the boop.
Yep. Which means lock off the one on the bottom, too.
Yep.
Okay. Can I have...
Oh, sorry. The mouse was sliding.
Okay. I was just like, I don't know what she's doing. Her mouse is going on an adventure? Let's see. Actually, I have a little bit. No, that could actually... we don't know if that's part of the 5 or not. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we know where the 3s are.
Wait.
On this
sound
one.
like Navi? I mean, doing the whole, hey, listen! Yeah.
Yeah. She's got it down. 3, 1, 1. Ah! 4, 1. Okay, so this has got a 1 point swing. So we know those are up. Those are there no matter what. Oh, we can
I can
extend
also do
this
pretty
over
good
here.
Pikachus.
Pikachu!
She can.
Pikachu!
Oh, you can still fit the... No matter what, this is actually locked off. Because if it's part of the 5, then that would be the last one. So that's locked off there. Which means... this has to be the 2. Because no matter what, you can't fit the 2 and the 1 in
somewhere.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, if this was part of the 3. Which means the 3 is kind of over here somewhere, the 1's over here somewhere. Oh. I can extend that a bit. Which means we know where the 4 is. Oops. Which means I can extend that there. We also know where the 4 is on this one. Because that has to extend there.
Oh, hey.
That means we know where that one is.
2
we
at
know
the bottom.
where that
Yeah.
4 is.
Just the middle space.
Yep.
Oh, hey, what about the 8?
The
On the
8?
right.
This one?
Right.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a done deal. Which means we know where the 6 is. Also, the other thing to point out is you'll notice some of the rows go gray or the numbers go gray. That means...
that's a little internal tool that it helps you figure out what's
yeah,
what.
keep track of where everything is. But if one of these is gray, that means fill the whole thing in with X's because it's done. And that actually makes your life a lot easier. Because then you can tell exactly, you know, what other points you can even... well, you can just X the whole thing off and you don't have to worry about it ever again. Let's see. These are part of the 1s. Ooh. I think this one actually might be done. No. We don't know on that one. Because there could be 1 down here. Trick would actually be... finish this 6. Alright, we know where that is. Next trick would be... oh. We actually know where this is. Bam. So now we know for a fact these are here. Because we closed this. So
oh,
we
what
know
about the
where
1,
that
1?
goes. There. This one?
There's still too much leeway.
Yeah, too much variability. Let's see. We know this is part of the 2. Which means the 3 is kind of there. Let's see. And you can also kind of Hail Mary it after a little bit here and there, but... when I say Hail Mary, I mean, like, this one here.
Informed decisions.
Well, I guess that's not a Hail Mary. We knew that was there. We know this is a 2. These are 3s, which is kind of annoying. Lock off one of these. Okay, so this one has to be here, because no matter what, there's not enough space for the other 2. So we know that helps. Which means...
that's a 1 that's blocked off, which means that the 3 is up there.
Yep, which means this is the 2. This is here, so now we know where the rest of this whole setup is. We know that's a 2. We know this is a 2.
You can probably X off some things in between those 2 3s.
Let's see. Which 2 3s?
Can I take it?
Give me a second. Yes.
Okay, so if you notice over here, these 3s are there. This could extend one way
the
or
midpoint.
the other.
Yeah, that one.
But
That's
that
the only one that can be
midpoint
X'd
could
off.
switch. Well, no, because that second one's a
Oh,
3
yep,
as
you're
well.
right. Sorry. I
can
was
only-
eyeballing it bad.
It can only go so far. Which doesn't seem to help immensely much in the grand scheme of things, but...
It's a bit. Oops.
Oh, hey, can I take
Oh,
it?
actually, that whole column row is done.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Down there. We can X
Wait,
off
hold up.
something. Okay.
This is a... No. We know this has to be here. Because this is part of the 2. This is part of the 3. Which means we know where the rest of this is.
Can I take it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you notice, here we have 1 and 1. This can be blocked off, and we know over here that this has to be a 1.
Yep.
Which means that this is the 2 in this row.
Oh, can I have it?
Yep.
Also lock this off, which means we know where that one is. Which means if this is part of the 2, that means this whole thing is locked off.
Oh, well,
Is that
actually, yeah, it has to go there, actually, because can I take it?
Sure.
Okay, if you notice here, there's a 3 and a 1.
Yes.
But this one can't possibly
So
extend.
X off the 1? Yeah.
So this has to be there.
Yeah, just been lazy. Oh, we know that's there, so we know that one is there.
Oh,
so
the
3's
2
over here.
The 2 is done in the middle.
This one?
Yeah.
Well, this one.
Oh, well, that,
But also
and that one
this
too.
too.
That's an X.
Okay. We know where this 2 is,
So
which
that's the
means we
3.
know where that 3 is. Which means these are locked off. We know where these 2 are.
And that's
Done.
it! Woohoo! What is it? A radio.
Alright, one more. And then we can actually get to the plot. So yeah, hopefully that was instructive.
Ooh, that 5 and 8 look promising.
5, 8. It's mostly promising. It's got a 1-point swing.
Yeah, but that's still a lot to fill in.
Let's see.
2 points.
2-point swing. No. Probably not.
3.
3-point swing. That's still something. Because that gives us this. And this. Which is more than what we had. Let's see.
2 and 5?
That's got to be part of the 5.
Yeah.
Let's see, which means we know that extends over there. Oh. 2, 1, and 7. So this has to be here. Which means the 1 and the 7 have to exist in this state. Let's switch to the purple. 2... So that's a total 5. So it's got a 2-point swing there. So we know those are there.
Oh, that's a 1 right there. So you know you can block it off.
Which...
Okay, go all the way down to the end of that row.
This?
Oh, yeah, yep,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a 1.
And we know it's part of the 4, but we don't know which direction it goes. Let's see. So one thing I was going to double check is we've got like the 1, 4, 3, 4. So that one's actually,
That
that
has
one's
to be
Dunsky.
there.
5, 2, 1. No, way too much swing. No idea where that one would be. 4, 1. So it's a 2-point swing on this one.
Oh, and you know that that's the only 2 in that row, or column, right there.
This one?
Yeah.
And this has got to be part of the 4, in fact.
Yeah.
Let's see, and the 2 is down here, which we're locking off. This has also got to be part of the 4, but that's not that helpful. This is part of the 5, so we know this is filled in no matter... no we don't. No we don't.
It could go up.
Yeah, it could go up.
Can we fill all these in black? for the
Yeah,
time
I
being,
can do that.
just so that we don't lose track of them.
Pretty good at keeping track.
There we go.
Wish there were a few more music tracks in this game. It's really only a problem for
Oh, that 4
accessing
can be
it from the
done.
main menu. Which one?
That.
This one?
Yeah.
True.
And the
Which
2's
means
down
that's
there.
a 2. We just don't know where the rest of it is. We know that's there. Which means no. Well, this is a 2. Don't know if that's the 2 or the 3.
Mm-hmm.
4 can extend there. Don't know if that's part of the 2 or the 3. But yeah, the music is
Oh.
actually pretty good.
Can I take it?
Yeah.
Okay. So because the 5 is the first,
Ah,
and it can't
yep.
fit in there, it has to be somewhere in here.
And you can extend it 4 from the start points,
Because then it could shift over 1.
which means this whole thing is done.
The 1 could be anywhere down there, though.
Yep. Oh, we know these are connected at the very least.
Because of the 5?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a 5 and a 1. Oh, hey. Actually, that's pretty good. Can I take something? Please.
Yes.
Okay. You have 3, 4, 1. Doesn't that mean that you have to have an X here?
Uh-uh.
No, because something... That could be an end if, like, there's a... Yeah,
Well,
you're right.
No. You're right. No.
No, because you can still have a 4 above
Yeah, you
and
could
a
still
3
put
down.
you could jam
then
the
a
4
1
up in
there.
there.
Yep. It can't.
Yeah.
I was hoping that it wasn't the case, but then I was like, no, can't do that.
Yeah,
Actually, that's a 2 right there.
This one?
Nope. No. Can I take it?
Sure. Yep.
Because that has to be one of the 2s.
We know this is locked off, which is kind of nice. Which means we know where the 7 is. There we go. We know those are there. We know where the 3 is now. Let's see. Which means this has got to be part of the 4, which means that's locked off.
Haven't really
This has
helped
got to be
any-
the 2 here.
Or the 1, you mean?
Yeah, this one's got to be part of the 2.
Ah, yeah, you're right. So, does that limit the 11?
No, the 11 hasn't moved.
Okay.
At least no, the 11 hasn't moved. The 11 is still where it is.
Okay. Okay, 1. Oh. Yeah, the 4 you can't determine, and the 2 you can't determine in that row. Not quite yet.
Oh. Well, that's easy. Because the
Oh.
1 on top,
Mm-hmm.
which means we can X that off, and we can X that off.
Actually, I have a good one. Can I take it? Please? Please?
Yes. Now you can.
Okay, so 5, 2, 1. The 5 is somewhere in here, but look at this. The 2 has to be here
Yep.
to accommodate the 1.
Yep. Which means we can extend the 4 down by a bit, which means we know where this 5 is. And we can extend this 4 up by a bunch, which means we know where that is. Which means we know where the 4 is.
Which gets those off.
Yep. Let's see. 3 is here. That's all we know. The 5... Let's see. 5 we can limit off. The 3 we can limit off there. This would be a 4 here. This would be the 1. So there's the 414.
Oh, so that makes that the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Up there.
Which, this one?
Yep.
Yep.
Which means that that's the 1 beneath it. which exits off the rest of the row, or the column, I should say.
Wait, which?
Down,
This one?
down.
Here?
Can I take? Can I
Yeah.
take? Because that's the end of it.
You are correct.
Hey,
Oh.
that means that fills. Oh, like yeah.
We know where that is. Yep.
Mhm.
Means that's done. We don't know on that one yet. This has to be the 1, which means we know the 2 is here, which means we know where that is. Oh, the 3 is on the bottom, so I can lock that off. 4 extends over here, which means we know where the 5 is, which knows where the 2 is. We know where the 4 is. This whole thing is done. This is done. This is cleared out. Which means we can lock that off.
That's no, not yet.
Yeah, I'm still working on some of these. We know the 2 is there, which means we know that 4 is there, which means
The 4 up top is done.
4 is done, which means
That's the
that's there,
1.
which means we know where the 11 is, which means we know where the 4 is.
The 2 at the top is done.
Here? Yes. Okay. Oh, we know where that is.
Yep.
Which means pretty much the entire top side is Dunsky. Yeah, so now it's just back down to this, but we're going at that with considerably more ammo than we had before.
Oh, the 8 you can fill in. For the 5-8.
5-8? I mean, we can fill the whole thing in.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real answer. Let's see, we know where that is. We know this is the 2, so I can lock off this whole business,
Oh.
which means we've got the 1 there.
The 1 and the 2 are done in that row. Sorry. There, down. Yeah.
This
yeah,
one.
Yeah, the 1 and the 2.
You're correct. But we still...
Oh, that has to be X'd off, so that's it.
Yep. So now we're down to the barest of minimums. Let's see. So we know that's a 2. That's a 2. Means that's locked off. That's there, and that's there. And we're done.
Whee!
It's a rollerblade, actually,
Yeah.
I think.
Roller skate.
Huh. Roller skate.
Woohoo!
Wow. All right. Now, finally, an hour later, on to the story. This one. All right.
Crispin.
No. Present evidence? Okay, so we're just not talking to him.
Fran?
You want to click for dialogue?
Okay, sure. Oh, Honor! It's just you! I'm so sorry about earlier. I'm just a bit everywhere at the moment. So we can question. What was that about downstairs? We couldn't help but overhear your discussion with Crispin downstairs. Oh, he's just my, alcohol supplier. Just an issue with the latest invoice, that's all. It didn't sound like that. Just leave it. Please. Is there any evidence that we got?
Headless mascot?
The mascot. Fran, I found this downstairs. If it's another flag... Oh, no, this is Fran, actually. If it's another flag, yes, you can keep it. No, it's some... Oh, no, it's you, actually.
No, it's some kind of statue, but the head's been removed.
Oh, that's Maggie, our mascot. She's, a customer knocked her over, smashed the head into a million pieces. Should get rid of the poor thing, really.
Might as well do the matchbook.
Oh, but isn't that... That's gonna out
No,
the girl to
we'll
the...
just ask her about it. Nope.
Yeah. And I think we already showed
We've
her the
already
letters
asked
and
about
that.
the rest of this stuff, which means it's puzzle time.
Back.
I love puzzles.
Back. Investigations.
I am the one who investigates.
Wigs?
Alright. Speed mode. 3-point swing. Swing at 2. We got any other big ones? Well, this has to be the 1. So it's got to swing at 2. Let's see.
Nah, probably isn't enough.
That's only got a swing of 1. That's not so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oops. We know that's a 1. We know that's a 1.
And that's 1.
We know that's a 1, and we know that's a 1. Which actually gives me some leeway.
Hey, if
Swing
there's
a
that
2.
4-4, then that means you can negate some of the stuff on the left.
4-4. This one.
Yeah.
You're right. Let's see. Negate all of that. Which I think actually defines the whole row. Nope.
Not quite. Do you remember what you did?
Yeah. Let's see. That still means this is filled in. And this is filled in. Yeah. Okay. I think you swung the 6
Is
the
it?
wrong way. Did
Yeah.
I?
Well, the thing about the 6 is, isn't there only one way to do that? Those 1s now?
Oh, you're right. I might have. Here, I'm gonna undo this. 3, 6, 1, 1. Swing a 2. So we know the 6 is here, not here.
How did you build that 5? Because of the 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is good. So in fact, we know where the 6... Well, we don't know where the 6 is, but we know where the 5 is. We know where the 6 is here.
That's impossible.
Why?
Because of the 6, right? And there's only 1-1-1s after it.
What? This?
Yes, look at that row.
Oh. So we would know this.
Mm-hmm.
No, we wouldn't. Wait, what the heck? Okay. Oh, the 6 would be here. The 6 has to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I keep swinging it wrong. Okay, which means that's there. The ones... No.
That can't be because there needs to be enough space for 2 more 1s.
The problem is we know the 7 is here, which means this has to be part of the 6. And we know that has to be part of the 5.
Well, then that means that this has to be... Can I take it?
Sure.
But the problem is that...
Oh,
This
here,
has
stop,
to be
stop,
a
stop,
1.
stop. We know
Yeah, why did you X that off?
that means the 5 has to be here. These have to be...
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Which means this is part of the 5. No, because it could be over here. What
Well,
about the rest
you
of
can
this?
at least...
Can bring that in.
Mhm.
No, this is part of the 5 again.
You can build up some of the 6 on the far left at the very least.
This one?
Just the middle squares.
I mean... Okay, so I was right with its original positioning. It just extended over too much.
Mm-hmm. Which means that, yeah, the one will have to be one of those. You just don't know which.
This is part of a 6. Which means that's got to be part of the 3, so that's locked off. Same thing with this one. That one's there. This is part of a 1, we just don't know which. Which means we know where the 2 is. Oh, this is a 7. That's got to be the 1. So the 2
The
is
2 has
here.
to be down there, which
Yeah.
extends the 5 a little.
This 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't know which way it'll go.
Mm-mm. I think we even knew that would have been there normally. So the 2 can't fit in there. The 1 can fit in there. This is part of a 1. This is part of a 4, so that means that's connected, which means that's there. That's not there, which means
Yeah.
that's there.
Mhm.
That's there. And the 6 extends... Oops. there. 2, 1. 4, 1, somewhere in there. There's the 3. There's the other 3.
Yeah, I don't know
There's
about this
the 4.
fight yet.
That's locked off.
Yeah, because the 2 has to be one of those.
7.
Oh, the 2 is the bottom is ready. For the 422 column?
This one. Yep,
Yeah.
you're correct.
Which doesn't... No, it doesn't quite mean that that's
Oh, hey.
part of the 5.
No. No, we don't know that, because that could be part of the 4. Oh, this gets locked off, which means we know a lot more about this 7 than we did before, which means could be part of the 2, could be part of the 5. Oh, that's the 2, which means this is the 1, which means the 4 is over here somewhere. Ooh, this is a juicy one.
6 and 5.
Yes, the 5 is there, and the 6 is up here.
Well, that
Cool.
means you know where that 1 is in the 2511 row. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Which
Which means that could be connected.
That has to be connected, which means 2 there.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
What
we
does
know
that
that's
mean
part
for
of
those
the,
rows?
We know that those are there. That's locked off. Which means the 2's here. Oh, here we go. There's a thing.
Oh.
Still don't know too much. We do know that this 3 has to be here.
Oh, that column can be solved, actually, the one that you were just working on.
This one?
Go up. Look at that. 4 and 2 can only
Yep,
fit in
you're
one spot.
correct. Now that could be the 1. That has to be part of the 3, so we can lock that off. This is a 2. Means these 2 get filled in.
Oh, hey, if that's a 2, 3, you can X off some stuff between. Really, just that one.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means
Which
that
means
has to be
that's a 2. And if this is the top 2, that can get locked off. This has to be part of the 4, so we can lock that off. This is a 4, so we can lock that off. This is a 3. This is a 2, so we can lock that off, which means we can lock that off. That column's done. This 6 is done. Which means we know where the 2 is.
Oh, hey, you
There
can
we
lock
go.
off that over there, too. In the second row? On the far right?
This.
Yeah, just getting a little bit closer to figure out where the 2-9 could be.
Yeah. We definitely have more information, so I could place some of its parts down. We know we can put that there, at the very least.
Oh, hey, look down there. At the 2-5-1 row, third from the bottom.
This one.
Yeah, those that can be X'd off, and then you know that that's where it has to be.
Yep. Oh, the 6 here can be set. The 1 is further down somewhere. The 4 has to be somewhere in here. That's part of that. Let's see, that can be locked off. Actually, we know where the 4 is. At this point.
Actually, you can
This
finish
whole
that
column
row.
is done.
You can extend the 9 down.
This one?
Because there has to be 2-9.
Let's see, this is currently 5. Oh yeah, you're right, it is done. I was just being lazy because I wasn't sure. That is 7. Nope, we don't have that one. Actually, we do know. That has to be there.
Which means the
That's
4
still-
is done. In that row. Yep, that. Up.
This one.
Yeah.
Yep, which means we know some of these things.
Oh, well, then you know where the 1 has to be. And the 2 in the last column. See? The
Here?
2-1-4-1? You need a 1. The 1 can only go one place.
You're right, because I didn't X that off.
Mm-hmm. Which means the 4 is done there.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Why are you taking that out?
Hold up. There we go. We placed the 9 wrong, sort of.
Okay, well, is that 9?
It looks like it's fine. Yeah, that's 9 now. I think that's right. I'm just going to assume it's correct. And if it's not, then yeah, I blame you.
Ow. That needs to be the 1 for that row down there. The 6111.
This one? Yeah.
And that fulfills that. The 4 has to be done. Right there in the middle. Yep, and that's the last one.
There
Yeah! It's the head! The head's in here! And it wasn't shattered to pieces. It looks like it's whole. She's lying.
Shattered to piece. Honor, I believe I've detected an object of interest inside the box.
Huh? It's addressed to Fran. Oh, so it's a threat, isn't it? It's addressed to Fran, but she's already opened it, so I guess a little peek can't hurt, right? Ah! Ah!
Yep, this is the shape of a human head.
Jesus, Scout. Why didn't you say something before I opened it?
I'm sorry, I was only 68% certain it was a head.
Thank God it's not real. Looks like it's made of fiberglass or something?
Honor, I think it matches the mascot body we found earlier. Poor Maggie, what did the poor mare do to deserve this?
And why would somebody send this to Fran? It's a threat. Show it to her.
But first, clues.
Oh.
Okay, fine, we can show it to her. Fran, I found this package.
And it's got a head in it. A head that matches that mascot body we found. A head you said had been smashed into a million pieces. Come on, Fran. Stop trying to pretend this isn't happening. Well, that's... Look, I need to go. I know what's up, Fran. And if you can't bring yourself to say it, I will.
Honor, what's all this about?
It's nothing. The whole Crispin is your sugar daddy. Roz is trying to sabotage the club. Crispin has been harassing you. Definitely the top one. Crispin's been harassing you. How did you... I know you've got a loan from somewhere other than a bank.
Also, we overheard you and Crispin earlier. He warned you about what will happen if you're late.
And that's why we found the club mascot's head in a box, isn't it? Crispin mailed it to you as a threat. I can't hide it anymore. You're right. I've gotten myself into a real bad situation.
Oh, babe.
This place doesn't make much money. I was desperate to rejuvenate it. I really thought it would help us pull in more people. After all, the banks rejected me. A friend told me about Crispin, and I went to get a loan. I thought I'd be able to pay it back easily, but things haven't been any better.
Why didn't you come to me? I could have helped.
I managed the first few payments, but I've been late on the last couple. That's when the threats started. Phone calls, turning up unannounced, and yes, sending me Maggie's head in the mail.
Do you think he's behind what happened today, too?
Yes, that must be it. He crashed the float into the club to show what happens to people who don't pay. But we know that she got injured. Why didn't you tell us this earlier? Because I was ashamed. I'm in a huge mess, but it's all my own making, and now someone died because of it.
I'm sad you didn't tell me, but now I know. We can put our heads together and work out a plan. There has to be a way out of this. Honor, Crispin was inside the club a short while ago. We should confront him before he gets away.
Be careful, you two. He maybe look unassuming, but he's dangerous. Don't underestimate him. Crispin, we want a word with you.
I only have 2 words for you. I'll give you a clue. The second word is off. Oh, is it Bake Off?
We know you've been harassing Fran. We know about the loan, and that you cut off the mascot's head.
I told you to keep your nose out of this.
Admit it! You crashed that float into this club. You killed Oliver Laurel.
If you don't stop trying to dig up dirt on me, so help me God.
I'm taking you down to the station to talk to Detective Cross. Oh.
No, you aren't. Honor, be careful. I'd listen to your Walkman if I were you.
Okay, okay. There's no need to escalate this.
But there is, I'm afraid. You're treading on dangerous turf.
Just put the gun down. If you're innocent, there's no need for you to be scared of me. I just want to know the truth.
Ha! Scared of you? I gave up being scared a long time ago, Miss Mizrahi. It's astonishing what money can do for one's social standing. All those people treated me like garbage that looked down on me. They seem so small when they come crawling to me for money. So no, I'm not scared of you. I'm the one who does the scaring now.
Just put the gun down, Crispin, and let's talk. This isn't helping you look innocent.
Perhaps not, and yet I am innocent. I just can't afford to be dragged into an investigation when my work is, shall we say, somewhat unsavory. This is my final warning to you, Honored Mizrahi. I played no part in the death of Oliver Laurel. Look for your murderer elsewhere. It's taken me years to make something of myself, and I won't allow you to tear it all down. Stay away from me, understand?
Whatever you say, Crispin.
Glad to hear it. In that case, I hope to never see you again. For your sake. That was so scary.
We need to tell Detective Cross about this.
Honor, wait for me.